Hello everyone and welcome back to Alf Time. I'm your host Alf, and isn't this a fascinating moment in gaming history? We've got the announcement, we've got the big reveal, and now we can only wait. We're caught in this fascinating limbo between the information about the Switch 2 and actually getting to hold a Switch 2. I'm not going to add fuel to the roaring flame of trailer analyses and game speculation. Honestly, I'm not completely sure if I'll even buy a Switch 2 at launch. No, today I'm looking to answer a much simpler question. How did we get here? I think it's safe to say that we're all expecting the Switch 2 to be a massive hit. Nintendo is relevant again, everyone has a Switch. Sabrina Carpenter has at least heard of a Switch, like this is a household brand. That's all great, but it wasn't too long ago that things were very different. I remember the launch of the Switch 1, where Nintendo was at the end of their rope. Nobody in the world cared about the Wii U, so would the Switch make any kind of splash? Obviously, it ended up becoming immensely popular, but a lot of things led up to that. There was the big Jimmy Fallon reveal, there was Super Mario Odyssey, but those are all just extras in my opinion. In my eyes, we can point to one clear moment in history where we knew the Switch would be a hit. Allow me to take you on that journey with me. Welcome to October of 2016. I'm in middle school, and Nintendo's biggest recent games have been Star Fox Zero and Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. Yeah. But there's one very notable bright spot, the Nintendo Switch reveal trailer. This mysterious new console looked really sleek and exciting, and the marketing wasn't completely insulting. It even looked like it could play some pretty big games, which certainly went a long way. For the next couple months, we just kinda lived with that. Aside from the aforementioned Jimmy Fallon debut, we really didn't have much to go off of. I was certainly excited, but we just didn't know enough. Nobody knew yet whether or not this would be a system worth buying. But then came the day with this legendary moment of which I speak. On January 12th, 2017, Nintendo gave us their last live stage presentation ever, and boy was it a doozy. Funnily enough, this presentation aired after my tyrannical 13-year-old bedtime, so I didn't get any of the news until the next morning. But boy was there news. The full system reveal, complete with sleek new controllers and its brilliant hook, was very appealing. They revealed USB-C charging and microSD storage, which were super out of character for Nintendo in the past. Most of all, though, there were the games. Mario Kart, ARMS, Splatoon 2, and of course, Super Frickin' Mario Odyssey. Were all of these games blockbusters and completely original? Of course not, but it was still very exciting. Mario Odyssey in particular really drove home the idea that things would be different from here on out. No more silly cat games here, we're going on an adventure. Now, as a 13-year-old, you had me at Nintendo. Personally, I had been sold on the Nintendo Switch long before the moment I'm about to describe to you. But still, perhaps, this was not enough for some. Did it look cool? Most definitely. Do I need to go buy one? Maybe not. Then, as some of you may know, Nintendo closed out the January 12th Switch presentation with something big. A final trailer for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Yes, this game had been revealed a long time ago. No, this was not a surprise Switch game. But ladies and gentlemen, this, I tell you, is the greatest trailer in video game history. I have it linked in the description, go watch it if you aren't familiar, but yes, this Breath of the Wild trailer is undoubtedly the greatest, most thrilling video game ad the world has ever seen. Of course, it's exciting to see all the most exciting parts of the game compiled into 4 minutes, but it's more than that. Above all, this trailer is brought together by its music. I cannot fathom how they got the composer to go this hard for a trailer, but this track is absolutely breathtaking. The piece of music behind this trailer is so unbelievably good that I still get chills every time I watch it. It starts off all calm and mysterious, like, here's the wilderness. Then we see Link doing some adventuring, and it's like, then things get even crazier, and the story picks up, and the horns come in with the original Zelda theme. And then it's so action-packed and cool, and it swells up to this glorious It's too much. Music is the gateway to the soul, and never has that been more true than right here. When I watch this trailer, I don't just see Link trying to save Hyrule. I see Nintendo fighting and clawing with everything they have to save their brand. It's breathtaking. This trailer is phenomenal, and it is the moment that the Nintendo Switch became a hit. We got the initial reveal, like that's fun. Then they went on the news a few times, and that's nice. Now there's this presentation, and ooh, those are some fun games. And then Nintendo drops this absolute banger of a trailer. When that music comes to its ravenous climax, you cannot tell me your jaw is off the floor. When you're a little 2017 person and you watch this presentation, this is the trailer, the moment that something snaps. At that moment, it was clear. The Nintendo Switch would not be a mere success. It would be a generational hit. It would redefine the industry itself. Obviously, it was crucial that they ended up sticking the landing by actually making these games as amazing as they looked, but you get the point. You see this trailer, and you need to play that game. You need a Nintendo Switch right now, right away, this instant. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Do you also think this is that big of a deal? I think this trailer is so good that it single-handedly set the tone for the Switch era and brought Nintendo all the success they've recently enjoyed. To me, whatever the Switch 2 becomes, we got here all because of those fateful 3 minutes and 50 seconds on January 12th, 2017. If you think that's dumb, let me know in the comments. Either way, let me know what you think of the Switch 2. Have a great day.